Hi, I'm Elijah, and as it's Christmas, it's customary with anybody with a pulse on the internet to say the following. Joyous celebration and happy Jesus' birthday. Listen, I don't know what this country's going to these days. Anyway, it's Christmas time, so hang the lights, decorate the tree, drink some cocoa. Not that cocoa, it's and it's customary to watch the greatest holiday film of all time. But seeing as this commercial holiday is mostly Christian related, though it isn't, I feel like as a Christian I should play something Christian related. That said, have you heard of Doom?
Doom, one of video game's most popular franchises, and is considered the grandfather of first-person shooters. And the reason the ESRB exists, kids? First-person shooters, games where you see all the action and you shooting in glorious 3D, but not in the early days where they used pseudo 3D. The game was made by ID Software, coming off the head honchos of Wolfenstein 3D, being the company's first-person shooter, but Doom was clearly their favorite child. I mean, don't get me wrong, Wolfenstein is a great game, but you see more people talking about Doom than Wolfenstein 3D. But what made Doom so popular? I mean, they were both gore fest, so what made Doom stand out? Oh.
Not only was Doom influential to the first-person shooter genre, it was also spreading around like the flu. Each copy of Doom had its own personality from the others. It's like high school. And what sets them apart from the original to the others?
The first one we will look at is the first one released on the MS-DOS in 1993. So here it is, Doom, the game that everybody was creaming their pants to. You run around and shoot demons. Simple enough. There are hidden secrets within, but you have to be good enough to find them. All in all, it's Doom. Simple, vanilla, demon-slaying Doom, which I don't have a problem with. The music's alright for DOS standards. Hell, and shooting's kind of fun to do, giving you this type of satisfactory to your brain. Is it instinct? Who knows? As many may know, this is a computer game and the only way to play it is on a computer. That was until Doom was released on the Atari Jaguar and Sega 32X in 1994. So the Atari Jaguar was a desperate attempt to keep the name Atari alive, but it didn't. Whatever, I'm gonna go play Roller Coaster Tycoon again. The problem I hear with this version of the game is that there's no music. That's not good. Overall, the game looks good. Bits were the main ticket item to get cash in the 90s, evidenced by Atari's marketing campaign and a bunch of other stuff. You want that hot girl to notice you more? You gotta be in 32-bit, man. It's in these days. The Sega 32X was Sega's last tactic to keep the Genesis alive and compete with the SNES. Since Sega pushed itself to be the more adult console, yeah, Doom was a no-brainer, they had to put it on there. Except on the 32X, a failed accessory that somewhat runs on its own power, but still needs the Genesis. However, this one looks good, but the music, oh, the music. Everyone always goes, Elijah, you don't enough. Well, there you go, I don't like the music in the Doom port on the Sega 32X. Albeit the music got that signature Genesis twang, but calling this its own type of piece of art doesn't mean that it's not trash. But at least it still has music, that's right, f you Doom on Atari Jaguar. Now you may think that with those two ports not being good enough, it would tell people just to get a computer and play the game. But Nintendo has a thing with competition and released Doom on the SNES in 1995 with a cartridge that makes you remember your sister's favorite time of the month. Doom on the SNES has some upsides and downs. For one, the graphics are cheese graded to the point that the cheese is not cheese. But the sounds are actually better than the original. But it also censors and cuts things. Even with the terrible control, I see no reason to play this other than to see Doom on the Super Nintendo and never play it again. However, that same year, Sony's Gray Lunchbox to PlayStation was released with Doom as a launch title. And oh my god, this looks awesome! I can't wait to hear the Doom theme in this version. So the game doesn't feature any of the original Doom music, but has its own set of music which is alright, I guess. Overall, the game looks and sounds good. Even with controlling on a D-pad has felt this good. Plus, this version offers more modes.
See, that's the thing with most Doom ports. Some of these offer things and take things in return. Doom on Jaguar has good graphics but no music. Sega 32X also has good graphics but music. Super Nintendo, PS1, good graphics, control, new modes, new music, but none of the original Doom theme. Doom on Sega Saturn. Oh, what?
Yeah, it's like the PS1 version on the Sega Saturn, but not that good. Well, after that, ever have to go somewhere away from your TV and you still want to play Doom? Well, God forbid that. Here's Doom on Game Boy Advance, you dumb shit. Yeah, you see that thick beef? I did it. I did it like you asked for. I did it! It's like the SNES version, but better on the GBA, with the ability to pump demons' asses full of lead on the go. But to me, it's a novelty when the Wonder Slab you call a smartphone put Doom on it. Yeah, and everyone flocked for Doom, except for me because what the f is a phone? There are still more ports of Doom out there, maybe even on a calculator. Ever wonder why we don't have flying cars yet? We were busy porting Doom on a pregnancy test.
Doom is almost on everything nowadays. I mean, check your notepad on your PC. However, this whole Doom on everything idea, I don't know what came over me with this. I want to do something Christmas related, but nope. I had to push out this Doom video at this point. After all, 'tis the season for family, friends, and Sprite Cranberry, the best drink for the season. Get yours today.